Happy early Halloween. Here we go with the intro.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Late Late Horror Show. I am Dino, as always, and this is Dave Plouffe. Is not Ted. Has never even met Ted. And I'm the Great Pumpkin, actually. So can everybody hear me? I'm not sure why Claire Wyndham says she can't hear anything, but it's been a while, Claire Wyndham, but welcome. Anyways, welcome, you guys. We are going to talk about everything Halloween. It's going to be... tell me if people are saying they can't hear us, Dave, while I talk to the camera. Hi, how you doing? But we're going to talk about everything Halloween. Give a thumbs up. Look at the description below. Oh, wait. Hit the bell icon. Subscribe. Hit the bell icon. And hit all, because they give you a choice when you hit that bell icon, Dave.
I had no idea.
Oh, yeah. You could choose to get all the notifications, or you can get half of them, maybe. Or you can get just a little, why would you subscribe if you didn't want to get all the notifications? Oh, Dave has just got the radio on. What's going on? Yeah, Art Bell would say, can you please turn your radio off, please? No. But this is going to be fun. I've got some pictures and some recipes to show, too. We're going to do some candy corn stuff. We got some memories to share. It's going to be fun. Let's say hi to everybody, Dave. How are you doing, Dave?
I am fantastic. It's been a great week.
Good.
And I'm excited to see everyone here. I'm excited to see Ed Stewart here. Connie, as always. CM. Ed Stathis is here. Claire is here. Becca Too Tall has entered the room.
She has. And so is Shane Williams. And like I said, Claire Wyndham, I haven't seen in a while. Southern Coke drinker, Laura. Not feeling good today. Much love to you. Sorry you had a bad day. CM, Black Roses. So I brought another model and even more paint. Yeah, Black Roses is going crazy with the modeling and painting. The actual models, like you glue together and stuff like that. She's not modeling. She's just
okay.
But just clarifying that. But WWM is here. Jambalaya, what's going on? Ryan79, good to see each and every one of you guys. Yeah, definitely good to see everybody. It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about a lot of fun things. I don't know what Dave wants to start off with, but we are going to jump right into this. Hit that thumbs up. We certainly aren't going to get to 22, but I should say what's coming up in the...
we are going to get to 22.
Well, we're going to get to 22. Duh. We got to 100 thumbs up in 22 minutes. Was it the last one? The Kojak episode. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So what do we got on tap for later on tonight? CBS Radio Mystery Theater got a really good. It's a Shadow Mix compilation. Yeah. Anyways, it's a really I put together a lot of good shows tonight, and Thursday is going to be a new game. Okay, yes, another new game. Name That Universal Monsters horror movie. And I'm going to slowly give clues out for the movie that I want you guys to guess. And I think that's just a different way of playing it. And I think it'll be fun. That'll be fun. Then we got me and Dave Plouffe for part 2 of Ghost to Ghost 1997. We'll be talking about ghost stories right before Halloween, right, Dave? The 29th, I do believe.
Yeah, the 29th. So we're paying homage to the late, great Art Bell.
Yeah.
With that.
Exactly.
And the night before that, though, is also something special, I think, on Patreon.
Well, on the channel. Okay. So Saturday, and we won't have trivia, we won't have game night. So that Saturday, next Saturday, is the big Halloween party for the channel. And anybody who's a Patreon member or a channel member will be given the link, and they'll be able to jump on in costume. I know some people will be jumping on in costume. So dress up. Another thing I wanted to say, if you're listening and you're going to jump on the stream, bring like a recipe for Halloween that you love, share it. But I'm going to have lots of fun, games, trivia. stuff like that. We will judge best costume, all that good stuff. So it will be fun that Saturday. We've done it a couple times in the past, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So if you want to become a channel member or a Patreon member, please do. The link's above, pinned to the chat. So hey, Nolita, what's going on? Good to see you. The last name's Italian, the first one's Native American. I remember that. So anyways, Dave, what do you want to get kicked off with here? What should we talk
about? I don't want to get kicked off at all.
Oh yeah, no.
First of all, I want to say hello to Willie.
Oh, hey, Willie Abe, yeah.
And there was one person left back in the chat that I had not seen before. Mr. JSSJ, welcome.
Okay, yeah.
And what else did I want to say? There was something else. Connie. So I remember last year, Connie kind of gave us a tour of all the Halloween decorations during the live stream. That was one of my favorite things for the entire year. And I hope she does that again.
Yes, Connie, if you do jump on that, yes, that did stand out. I loved her walking around showing, because she really decks out her house.
Oh,
yeah. So really cool stuff. So that'll be fun. Hi, Dino. Nice to be here. Good to have each and every one of you guys here. Now let's start talking about Halloween. Let's kick it right off, Dave, with a question first. Huh? How about that?
All right. Sure, let's do it.
Because I think this will be fun to kick this all off. What is your favorite? Should we go movie, TV? What is your favorite Halloween movie or TV special? Like something number one on your list to put on every year for Halloween.
Very simple. So for the TV special, there's only one. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
I was going to say that. I mean, that's why I'm the Great Pumpkin. Yeah.
And you're actually the Great Pumpkin. But that's all right. Yeah. So with that, there is just that sense of being a kid again, hearing the idea that there's going to be a TV special and it's the Great Pumpkin coming up. And then you've got all the regular, just it brings you back to the 1970s.
Yes. Yes. Horror Junkie for Life. Before I didn't see that. I don't see it on Restream, but I go back and see it on YouTube. Gifted one Late Horror Show membership to CM. So CM, come in costume. No, anyways, if you want. But yeah, it's the Great Pumpkin for me too. I could have gone the route of like movies, Halloween, 1978.
Well,
of course.
I think that's a whole separate discussion we'll get to later.
Yeah. But a go-to like favorite movie, TV show, special, whatever. It is the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And there's something nostalgic about the Charlie Brown series in general, right? Even the Thanksgiving one. I mean, I really love that. The Christmas one. I mean, they're all fantastic. So it's a Great Pumpkin.
It is, I think, just so much part of Americana and our past. It's very much like when we get to Christmas and we have those Rankin Bass, Frosty the Snowman type of things. It's just something you have to watch.
Oh yeah, I'll never get that out of my mind. The Rankin Bass, the snowman guy. I don't even know what his name is. If you guys know in the chat, please let us know.
Wouldn't that be Frosty?
What's that?
Wouldn't that be Frosty?
Oh. Well, I'm talking about the name of the snowman, though, not Frosty the Snowman. You know, the one that would sing the song as what's the show? The Fire and the Ice guy, I think, is in the show.
Oh, yeah, that.
So Santa Claus is coming to town. Maybe that's it.
I think that is it.
Okay, but it's the one where the snowman.
There's also, I think they do the Land of the Misfit Toys there, don't they?
Yes, the Land of the Misfit Toys. That snowman, he kind of moves up on you, and he starts to tell the story. He's not like Frosty in any way. He's a Rankin Bass. He's kind of a, what are they? A stop motion type
claymation. Yeah,
something like that. So I miss my kids being young. Halloween Town, Scary Godmother. Yes, put one foot in front of the other. MR. What? Okay, yeah. Okay, anyways, much love to everybody in the chat. So yeah, we're talking about Christmas now. Went from Halloween to Christmas.
We'll be on our Christmas special in just a few weeks, though.
Yeah, soon enough. But yeah, what else do you want to talk about? Throw something out there to me. Let's talk Halloween.
Well, for me also, when do you begin like getting ready for Halloween? Like, is it October 1st where you're all like, I'm going to start watching? And I know you're a big Universal fan.
Yeah.
So do you watch a movie every single night? Or
Yeah.
how do you go about like getting
Yeah.
ready for Halloween?
And listen, everybody in the chat, please let us know what you guys do too. As he's asking a question or I'm asking a question, answer it in the chat so you guys I can know what you guys think and all that. So that would be really, really cool. Me, it's weird. Listen, it's Late Horse Show. Halloween's all year long, but it's October 1st. October 1st is when it just hits. And it's usually when the weather just starts to plummet too, right? I mean, it starts to get not for you, well, a little bit for you too, but it gets cold, wet, rainy, all that, miserable outside. So you can get in that kind of spooky kind of, mindset. And I start getting the Universal Monsters ready and just go through all the list of everything I'm going to watch for October, which is usually all the classics and the same ones every year.
Yeah.
For the most part. So yeah. October 1st for Laura. How about you, Dave?
For me, I like to think of October 1st as well. But I mean, even last Friday here in SoCal, it was 96 degrees. It's hard to get it. It's hard.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, how is it for people in a warmer climate, to deal with Halloween?
It's not the same. It's not the same as, I get so jealous, like we had Mike Davis on a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And he lived in Iowa, and he has these great stories of, just basically like it almost felt like the wheat fields blowing in the wind and the crows circling at night and, the immensity of what the night was. And here it isn't. I mean, it can be 80 degrees on Halloween, and it usually, for some reason, it always seems that the sun stays out later on Halloween. And it doesn't get dark soon enough. So it's unfortunately not as great as some of the other parts of the country. I do remember one time it rained, not rain, but misted on Halloween night. Okay. And I thought that was just perfect weather.
Very cool. Okay. Well, I mean, warm climate. I mean, I can't even imagine it because I've lived here in Cleveland, Ohio, my whole life. So I don't know any different. And the people, that's why I was wondering, in a warmer climate, are you just used to it being that way and you still get in the Halloween spirit? So,
Oh, we always, I mean, there's Halloween spirit is high. We just wear shorts.
High shorts. Yes, Black Roses, as he maybe means Sam the Snowman who narrates the show. The Snowman was narrating for sure. That's why I'm trying to tell him Black Roses. Okay, yeah, no, I got it. Listen, I can't read and talk at the same time, people.
A lot of the films that I watch aren't necessarily Halloween based, but they put me into that kind of Halloween mood. So I'm going to watch like the Ghost Breakers.
Yes, that's another one. Yes, it's on my list too, Dave.
Cool. I'm going to watch The Cat and the Canary with also Bob Hope and Paulette Goddard.
Those are the two. Paulette Goddard. Yama. Okay.
So also the Universal horror. You can't go wrong with that.
No.
But especially, prior to air, Dino and I were talking Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo puts me in the mood for Halloween.
Yeah.
It is the best TV series for that. And
I can see that.
Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo.
Well, yeah. Other cartoon series, is there any? I'm trying to think. I think Scooby-Doo's got it wrapped up when it comes to like Halloween time. I can't think of anything else. Listen, we know that there were other shows that were horror themed. Even the Addams Family had a kind of a cartoon.
Yeah.
But Claire Wyndham, I can't imagine trying to get into fall frame of mind in the warmth of southern climate. I am in northern Wisconsin. That's what I'm saying. But if they're there and they've lived there their whole life too, maybe they think differently than us. And that's why, I kind of asked. Nalita starts getting ready for Christmas. Listen, I have a friend. I know somebody who's got like 10 trees in their house, and it's Christmas all year round at their house. So it's kind of crazy, but I get it. Edward Stewart says tonight is The Omen. Travis DeLuca, hello everyone. Good to see you. Treehouse of Horror, Simpsons. Okay, there you go. And you know what? I got to give props to Dave. Dave came up with another really cool game. The Is It Real or Is It Fake movie titles that we do. We're going to do this in 2 weeks with Scooby-Doo. We're going to say, because Scooby-Doo, right, Dave?
Yes.
Explain.
It'll be the titles of Scooby-Doo episodes. Are they real or are they fake?
Yeah, and you mentioned because Scooby-Doo has such great names and titles for their shows, right?
It does.
So I think that would be really, really cool to do. So we're going to do that in 2 weeks. And we're also going to do, let's see, let me throw this out there real quick. Did I mention me and Dave? No, me and Dave are doing Ghost to Ghost 1997. But then the week after that, we're going to do episode 5 of Kolchak. And then we're going to do the Scooby-Doo episodes. Are they real or fake? So we got 3 weeks lined up there. So yeah, there you go. Scooby-Doo, arguably the longest running TV cartoon of all time.
Now,
well,
and I agree with CM. No Scrappy-Doo. That is outside the canon for me.
Yeah.
However, and you and I are going to disagree. Scooby-Doo movies.
Oh boy, I don't even think I've seen enough to even chime in on that because I never cared for them. I said, no way am I watching the Scooby-Doo movie.
They're fantastic. There's even a Laurel and Hardy in here. I thought you would at least enjoy that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they got Laurel and Hardy and the Three Stooges, the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, they got them all. Vincent Price, you name it. They're in it. Yeah, we need a Scooby-Doo night. That's going to be fun.
We do.
I have to. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. There's a lot to pack in for tonight because we got some candy corn to try out, which we're going to do. I also wanted to show some pictures and share my screen of some things I found, some flavors and stuff. But let's get another question out there, huh?
All right.
How about this one? What was your most memorable Halloween costume as a child? And I'm going to have you go first, Dave.
All right. So, unfortunately,
oh boy,
were
you beat and you didn't get to have any costumes?
I didn't have any great costumes. I had the fake plastic mask with the rubber band around the back.
Okay, let me hold off a second there. When it comes to nostalgia and what we're all about here, how are you not saying that can't be fantastic? Like, I can't wait to see or for you to tell me which one you were. That sounds awesome. I love those little square boxes because I had the same thing.
Okay.
But go ahead.
I could do without them. But every year.
Rubber band did hurt after a while.
It did, and you couldn't see, and it would cut your face, and all the sweat on the inside of the mask.
Right.
It is not a fun thing, but yes, it is very nostalgic. Probably my favorite was Batman because that one had a cape with it.
Okay.
And you would wear this plastic, I don't even know if it was a zip up or button up type of costume.
I think it was tie. Like they had these two little tie things that they put on the back. I could be wrong, but
I do remember the box said it was flame retardant, which always bothered me.
Yeah.
Like, how close to flame am I planning on getting on Halloween night?
Bonfires.
I guess so. And that I was actually going to ask that. We'll ask that separate. Yeah. But I was a Snoopy one year. I was Batman one year. I was a Ghost one year. I may have been a person who would jump onto the train. I can't think of the name with the knapsack on his stick.
Hobo.
A hobo. Yeah, because that's pretty inexpensive and cheap and everything. I think, as Ed Stathis says, Spider-Man. I think I had a Spider-Man costume as well. Just the main superheroes and things like that. Nothing extravagant or outside the box per se.
No, and listen, I think it was a different era too. So there's two sides of the spectrum. It's like what you said, with the rubber band and the box costumes that you would get at. I think my mom got it at like Woolworths or Silverman's. Okay. One of those two stores. Yes. Do you guys remember Silverman's or Woolworths? The Silverman's that we had, not literally 2 miles from where I'm at right now, it was still set up to where it had the what's funny?
MOR.
The Invisible Man was a gossip, but also like going as underdog when younger. Okay, listen. Okay,
how do you get an Invisible Man costume?
Hold on. Okay, now you blew my story. Anyway,
Woolworth, Silverman's.
I love going in there all the time because it was still straight from the 50s and 60s. They had the long, what do you call it, with the stools, you know, where they would give you hamburgers, like
like a lunch counter.
Yeah, it was real long. It was the little bar stool thingies there, and it was set up like a 50s soda shop, and they were still making burgers there and hot dogs and all that. And I'm just like going, Dave, can't wait. Are you getting into your candy already? Oh boy. Okay, we might have to jump to that really quick, but
it's just sitting over here calling my name.
I know, right? You were supposed to wait and eat. Most of those. Anyways, we'll talk about it.
Hey, you ate last night.
I did, but it was the regular flavor. Anyway,
this is regular flavor.
But I would get those kind of costumes too. But there's the other side of the spectrum where if you grow up not so much money, my parents, my mom came up with the whatever she could with no money. So got some, like the hobo stuff. I couldn't tell you how many times I went as a hobo because they knew to have a cork and put it by the fire and put it all over your face and it makes you dirty like a hobo. So that's unfortunately some sad. It wasn't until I was older and I decked my own self out, and of course Michael Myers, Jason one year and stuff like that. I really decked out my yard one year. This is a Halloween memory here, Dave. Can you talk about a memory? One year, first house we bought, wanted to just deck it all out Halloween. Okay. And I went to town, Dave, everything. I mean, but it was the first year on the street. You know what I mean? So I didn't even think of what's the street like. You would think kids would be everywhere.
Yeah.
I dug a trench underneath the ground and put a wooden coffin that I built and pounded nails in and put the dirt around it so that when the kids came up, I can throw open the hatch, the top of the hatch. Rest in peace. You're putting a hatch on. And scare them half to death. And I put a lot of effort into that. I was in the ground. And you know what? No kids came down that street. It was the saddest day of my life. Well, not really, but it was pretty sad.
Oh, man.
Anyways.
Well, that's something here, too. And I don't know if you see it in Cleveland as much. I don't have the kids coming to the doors like I used to 20 years ago.
No.
Yeah, as soon as it got dark, and especially being a kid, man, we would head out like, hey, it's dark enough, we're going. But today, yep. I mean, if I get 10 people at my door, that's a lot.
Oh yeah, I think in this area, it depends on the neighborhood because there are some neighborhoods like where my kids are, even though my son's 15. So I think they're debating whether he's getting that age where he's not sure if he wants. Listen, I went out till I was like 19. So, I was one of those people. But he's debating and I'm like, just go out, get some candy. But where he, in the neighborhood there, it still booms. Okay. So, but then the other suburbs that are around, it's like nobody's out there. So it depends. But yes, you are right. It is nice.
Now, when you went out, did you take the plastic pumpkin or did you take the pillowcase or something else?
when I was very young, I took the pumpkin. But then when I knew better, I took the pillowcase. So, when you're booking it from door to door to door to door to get as much candy as you can, you need the pillowcase. I mean, it's
You
just.
do.
And nowadays, you would think a lot of kids would get smart and get the waterproof, pillowcases. But anyways, because there's some. Anyways, so yeah, there you go. Everybody chiming in. I can't wait to read this back after you guys.
It's been going nonstop.
And that's what I like. I like that you guys are sharing your experiences and everything. I can't read all of that, but I can go back and read and see what you guys put in there. And that's what's awesome. I used a paper bags, this horror junkie. Yeah, whatever works, right? After a while, hopefully it was a thick paper bag, though, horror junkie. What did Charlie Brown have? Did he have a paper bag?
I don't remember.
How come I can't remember? I think he had a paper bag, and they put it on. Maybe he did have a pillowcase.
I think it was a pillowcase. If I had to bet money.
Yeah. 1 point to the person who could come up with, was it a pillowcase or a paper bag for Charlie Brown?
Where is Paul Ham when we need him?
Oh my God. Okay. I'm just going to, as we're doing this, Dave, I'm going to open up a bag of,
all right.
Nerds candy corn.
I've been dying to hear how this is going to be.
Well, I mean,
because I don't like nerds.
No. Unfortunately, candy corn is hard to come by this year. I don't know why. There are some other flavors I'm going to show in a second here on the screen, but the only one I could really try out was the Nerds candy corn. And I'm going to try it out because it looks different. I've never tried it before. I'm going to see if it tastes like candy corn. But I do got the pumpkins, and we know I've tasted those before. I've got the regular flavor. Dave's got the harvest bag, which is the brown on the bottom, which is a little different taste. The regular ones have less of the, what would you put in that? That brown part's got a lot of fructose. What are you laughing for now?
Ed Stathis. He said he got rocks, so it better have been a pillowcase.
That is true. In my town, the fire station, they give away the best popcorn and Pepsi in wax cups. Oh yeah, wax lips. That's the other thing. As we're doing this, tell me your favorite candy you would look forward to every Halloween. As I'm opening up Nerds candy corn, and I will try it. But
I'm remembering Nerds being in a almost a cigarette type container. One side was one flavor and one side was the other.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes. They would have strawberry on one side, grape on the other side. You can mix it up if you want. And nobody remembers this. Tell me if you remember this. They used to have Nerds cereal.
Yeah, they did. I never had it, but I do remember saying it.
It was the best cereal ever.
Wow.
You could open up one side and it was strawberry, little round balls, Nerds. And the other side you could open up separately and it was grapes. And it was so short-lived. I'm like, why do they always go?
I don't know.
Cracker Jack cereal was great. Yeah, it just went. But anyways, okay, so favorite. Did you say your favorite? I'm going to try.
I don't think so, but I'll let you. I'm dying to see what you think about this.
Okay, so this is Nerds candy corn. And I guess the back of this says different flavors, but I can't read them because even with these glasses, it's too dark and too small of print. All I know is I've got a blue one. I'm going to start out with the blue one.
All right.
And I'm going to see if this tastes like anything like candy corn. So here I go. Let's see. Hey, Vincent Grimley, what's going on?
Well, as you do that, I'm going to toss back one of the pumpkins in the autumn mix.
Okay, wait a second. Well, there you go. Wait a second.
What are you tasting?
Okay, so this is a ripoff, Dave. You mean a company can call their stuff candy corn just because it's shaped like candy corn? This is 100% Nerds.
Huh.
Hard shell on the outside. Nerds, and yes, it's Nerds. There's not a hint of candy corn flavor. It's like a sweet. Man, those are good though. I'll tell you that much. Oh man, soft and chewy. But yeah, that's not candy corn at all. Let's see. Read Vincent Grimley's. What's that say?
The guy who ran the company that sold tubes of fake blood saw a bunch of them in a store's bargain bin. He bought them all, resold them, and made a profit.
Okay. Well, good to see you, Vincent Grimley.
Yeah, hello.
A little tidbit. I loved getting Snickers bars as kids. Or junkie.
Were there homes around where you went that had the full-sized bars that you would go to?
Yes, we never went in our area.
All right.
Until the kids were smaller and we moved into that area. But yes, there's an area we all knew where they gave away big candy bars and stuff, and we would always go there. So yes. Cool. Let's see. Everybody's talking about their candy. I am so disappointed right now. That was
there was only a couple of homes that gave away the full-size bars, but I was actually young enough to where we actually got the popcorn balls.
Oh,
you know, yeah. and that was really cool. There were homes that you would be invited into, and it was just so cool because it was like there was homemade treats as well. And in this neighborhood, you knew everybody pretty much. Everyone had been around for 20, 30 years. So
Nana Butner, what's going on? Good to see you. Somebody new. Yeah, no, Dave, that's the one thing I think about Halloween is over the years, there was some years where you didn't have to worry about candy, right? It only came with, was it the 70s that really started to, the razor blade and the apple and the, all of that stuff started coming.
Yeah.
And then in the 80s, you had the whole tainting of Tylenol and stuff. So people started freaking out about everything that was unopened.
Right. And I remember, especially in the early 80s, coming back home and my mom putting out all the candy and searching them for even, like needle puncture wounds, things like that. Yeah. It's like, come on.
Oh, even my mom, Craig, Pop Rocks, Black Roses, Charleston Chews, and whatchamacallit. Whatchamacallits were good. I think they're still around. Craig says Pop Rocks. I never dug Pop Rocks, although I did, and didn't drink the Coke. Oh, it's fun. Circus peanuts should be banned.
I agree.
Well, I disagree. I don't know.
100%. Get them out of here.
So
that's not a treat; it's a punishment.
But if you let them melt in your mouth real slow, they taste really good. Okay, no, I know. Dave, listen, I get you don't like it, Dave. I know.
And then Necco wafers. Necco wafers are amazing.
I know they are, especially the chocolate ones.
Oh, by far.
If you take the chocolate ones and just let it set in your mouth. Sorry, Dave. I interrupted him again too. But if you let it just sit in your mouth and just, how it's like your hot cocoa, like you're drinking hot chocolate. Anyways, go ahead. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
For a fun fact, you know what NECO stands for?
National Early Childhood Candy Organization. That's pretty good for just off the...
Very good, yeah. New England Confectionery Company.
Oh, I love it already. Oh, you people who hate NECA. No, it's all right. It's all right. NECA wafers, yeah. No, they're good, man. It stands this tall, like 5 foot by 5 foot skid at the Sweeties Candy Company up over. We got a big factory candy company.
What?
Oh yeah, just like 3 miles down the road, and I go there every chance I get. Yeah. I hated getting apples like it's Halloween, man. Give me something that's not good for me. Yeah. How disappointed were you when you would always get something that you're like, an apple? Really? Or somebody would throw in a penny.
Yeah, I'd get change occasionally.
It's like a penny. Or you would get that little like tied thing where they would put a little potpourri of different things in there. And half of it was, I even got some coupons one year. It was an older lady giving out with a paperclip coupons. And I'm like, I think my brother said, "What is this?" And she said, "Give it to your mother." He goes, "But I thought we were supposed to get candy." I'll never forget that. But anyways, okay. Oh, well, let me share the screen for some. I got to show some flavors. Let's show some flavors of candy corn. This is one that I was really pissed off with because I'm like going, did they really make Fruity Pebbles or candy corn flavor Pebbles? Did they really make that cereal? Post? I missed that totally. Unless that was another state or part of the country. I just don't understand, Dave. Dave doesn't want to talk about that, though. He only likes Cocoa Pebbles. And
no, I don't even like Cocoa Pebbles. Or no, I'm sorry. I don't like Fruity Pebbles. I do like Cocoa Pebbles.
Okay, what's this, Dave?
It's scary.
Dinner. Is that fake?
No, it looks real. It says green beans, roasted turkey.
Yes.
Cranberry sauce, ginger glazed
carrot.
Okay.
Sweet potato and stuffing.
Oh,
wait a second.
If we could find that, it would be amazing.
You know what? I need to find that. If there's a turkey dinner candy corn, and all of those sound good because other than green beans, how are you going to make it taste like green beans? I don't know. But has anybody tried that in the chat? Let me know. That's weird. Oh my gosh. Starburst, of course, fruit flavored candy corn. That's kind of, no, I wouldn't even call it nerds. This is basically nerds in the shape of candy corn. Ridiculous is what I say. Pumpkin pie candy corn. How about that, Dave? You think that's good?
I'm busy right now.
What's it?
Trying to find your turkey dinner currently unavailable. Currently unavailable.
Horror Junkie for Life says the turkey dinner candy corn sounds like pure evil. That sounds nasty. That sounds nasty, says Laura. You know what? Sweet potatoes, I can see it in a candy corn flavor or even caramelized carrots or something like that. I can see that. Derek Galloway, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah. Mandy, what's going on?
It's out of stock in all the places I looked for, but a bag at one place was $24.95.
Holy heck. Did you look up Pebbles candy corn flavor cereal?
I can do that right now.
Oh, thank you. Okay. There's mini candy corn and chocolate peanuts. Wait, it's a candy corn with sea salt peanuts covered in real milk chocolate. So is that a candy corn? I wouldn't consider. I don't know. I don't think so. White chocolate candy corn. M&Ms. I don't know about that. Okay, now we're getting in. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Not Oreo candy corn. No, Dave. We talked about this, didn't we?
We did.
No candy corn. No different flavors really should be in Oreos. Maybe except the dark chocolate thins. Anyways, I'm just saying. Donut shop candy corn. That sounds interesting. That could be good. Or mermaid fruity candy corn. I don't know. It depends. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, here's a little tray of them. Ooh, look, it looks like Christmas mints. I can recognize. But this one sounds good, Dave. Strawberry glazed donuts, chocolate glazed, and original glazed. Brought to you by Krispy Kreme. I don't know.
Yeah, I could only find one review, though, and it said it was awesome. So I feel bad that you're not going to have a chance to check them out.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay, that's all right, though. I'll live. Let's see. What is this? You can buy candy corn flavored cookies at 7-Eleven. What the heck is that? That looks weird, but it looks pretty cool. So you take it and you stick them all in, and it does look like a corn on the cob. That's not bad. That's $1 million. Why hasn't that caught on, Dave?
I don't know.
Candy corn cream with candy bits?
The world
Hershey's?
would be a lot different if we were in charge, that's for sure.
Oh my God. Here's a whole candy corn cupcakes by Hostess.
Now that looks good.
Really? So
yeah.
that you think sounds good?
Yes.
Oh boy, we got different tastes.
We do.
Brock's Candy Cane candy corn for Christmas.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that sounds good, man.
Sure, very pepperminty.
Yes, you can't go wrong with that. Okay, let's see. Let's move on then.
Oh, yeah.
Apple
Jamie O mentions those strawberry wrapper exterior hard candies. Ugh, I agree. No hard candy should be allowed in Halloween.
Wait, what is that again? Those strawberry wrapper exterior hard candies. Ugh. Yeah. I mean, I remember those mostly during Christmas time when your grandmother used to have the hard candy out. But there was something that I missed about that when I got older. I'm like, I remember that. But anyways, go on, Dave. You got anything else I could pull up?
There was also Connie had mentioned Bit of Honey, and that was one of my favorite candies as well.
Yeah, you had that little bits of peanuts and nougat in the middle there. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, that was great. And what was it? Hold on here. Someone asked if you ate the bad candies, the candies you didn't like first, to get them out of the way. And I did not. I didn't even eat the bad candies. I would give those to my sister, John Victor. Who else ate the candy they didn't like first? I don't think anyone did. I would just get rid of it, and I would eat the candy bars first.
Yeah.
The Hershey bars, the Almond Joys, the Mounds, because Almond Joys got nuts, Mounds don't.
Because sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Oh, and hey, Jamie O, forgot to say hi to you. Hello there.
And then
after
the candy bars were gone, then you'd go to the second range of candies. That would be like the Sugar Babies. That would be the Milk Duds. It would be the candy corn, things like that.
Well,
what are those things that were Smarties?
Yes, Smarties.
Smarties would be in that for me as well.
Or Pixie Sticks. I would get those too.
Yeah, Pixie Sticks were fun.
Popcorn balls. Yeah, I just don't care for popcorn in general. It gets stuck in your throat. You're coughing for a week. It's just not good, Dave.
I don't know what kind of popcorn you've been eating, but
ones with kernels in them.
All right.
Yeah, you pop a corn, you get that hard thing in the middle. You can't get rid of that.
All right.
Unless you can possibly make kernel-less popcorn. Is it out there? Probably, huh?
I don't know, but I'll get started on that.
Okay. Yeah, no, me and my brothers and sisters would trade candy. So sometimes the ones I hated, I would give to them and take a couple from them. And we would kind of, always helped having a lot of brothers and sisters, 7 of us. So Coffee Shop of Horrors. I think they still make Pixie Sticks.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I went to my Be a Sweetie candy company up here. They have all of them. They have the wax lips. They have all the old candies still there.
Do they have candy cigarettes?
They do, but they don't call them that. They call them candy sticks.
Oh, okay.
So, and even the ones where they had the plastic wrapper around where you would blow through it and it would shoot that confectionery powder or sugar out of it.
Yeah.
They have those too. But they're okay. What's John Victor?
Cool.
Here we go. Read it, Dave. Oh no, wrong one. Here we go.
I always tried to save my top tier candy for last because it would make me sad when I would look through my pile and only see the second and third tier stuff left.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a lot of people would just chow down all their candy. Like my brothers did that, my sisters did that. They were like just get sick the next day, and I'm like,
I only did that one time where I got sick.
Yeah.
And that's
Easter too. Easter, you would do that too. But horror fanboy, yeah. Nestle does pixie sticks.
Cool.
Yes, there are pixie sticks. Yes.
And bubblegum. Bubblegum was another thing we'd get.
Yes.
For, usually the double bubble that was, individually wrapped.
The really hard one. I mean, they literally would be. You take a bite. You have to let it soften up in your mouth because it's like a gobstopper.
Yeah.
Man.
Now, did you, as a kid, shifting away from candy a little bit, for events at Halloween, did you guys have? I mean, I don't know if you're in the major city portion or anything, but were there hay rides? Were there barn dances? Were there, kind of group stuff that you would do as kids for
barn
Halloween
dances?
Were
there barn dances?
Hey, we just saw that in Cold Shack.
Yes, that was a thing back in the 50s, 60s, maybe the 70s, depending on where you were.
Yeah.
Southern Ohio is big in Amish. A lot of Ohio is farmland, believe it or not. It's not believe it or not. I mean, I guess you can believe that. But a good section of Ohio is actually Amish country. And so they still live the old ways. So, but I never had a barn dance, Dave. I never skipped to my loo except for in gym class.
Now, and that was weird.
It was weird.
I was like,
well, when they marched the girls in, in gym class, and we knew we were going to be doing square dancing.
Yeah.
Half the class was scared to death. The other half was going look at Sherry, look picking out the. Anyway, it was funny, and then they made us do the square dancing. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, and you have one of your first videos that you ever did on YouTube was of a gigantic mansion down the street from you. Is that a haunted mansion? Is that something you would go to at Halloween time? What is that?
Okay, I'll tell you. But first, I got a Bobby Lee. It wasn't candy, but sometimes I'd eat Flintstone vitamins as if they were candy. Oh my God! And everything's all right. You're fine. Well. Let me see more of your comments in the chat. Bobby Lee, you're not supposed to OD on vitamins. Too much vitamin A does something to you. I don't know. You can hurt your liver. I don't know. But that is funny. Yeah, when I grew up, the cool thing was, especially during Halloween time, and literally it's like a 15-minute drive from here. It's not that far. What's now I forget the name of the place. It's the haunted castle. Franklin Haunted Castle. There we go. The Franklin Haunted Castle. It's still there, still standing. New owners, because there was a point 15 years ago where the homeless started coming in because they were transitioning with owners. But back in the day, they would take you on tours because the legend was, and not the legend, there were things that happened in that house. You would hear a baby's cry upstairs in the one bedroom. They said, the story goes, that there's the mother had a child and she put it in the wall. But yeah, lots of cold spots, shadows, people saw figures. And the cool thing about that is it's got a lot of history too. I mean, this castle technically was a lot of Victorian homes in that area, on that Franklin Avenue there. You can look it up. I mean, a lot of old Victorian homes that still stand, and they're beautiful, but a very poor neighborhood now. And underneath Franklin Castle was the huge tunnel, the Underground Railroad. Went straight to Lake Erie, and very cool. Lots of history behind it. So yeah. Hey, Ahaba, what's up? Good to see you in the chat. Cracking up at Bobby's Dino. Yo, I was cracking up at Bobby's comment. Yeah, that was a fun one.
And one more question I had for you was, did you carve pumpkins as a kid or with your kids?
Well, and that was a question I had. Did you like carving pumpkins or painting them. As a
we never painted pumpkins.
A lot of people paint the pumpkins. I think it's more of a recent. I think it's more of a recent thing that they do.
All right, maybe in Cleveland.
And it could be. I don't know, listen, it's all over the place. But anyways, I think it's good. I think over in Sweden they paint pumpkins.
All right.
In Finland.
Yeah, they're allowed to. They're Scandinavian.
Yeah, so they're the ones that paint the pumpkins. I always loved it as a child, carving pumpkins. Of course, you know what I mean. You know, your parents telling you, watch the way you handle that knife. You know, and you're going, yeah, I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do. You know, and it always looked like crap. Really. Oh, I belched. Sorry about that.
That's why you have the mic off thing.
Oh. It's the nerds candy. I only ate 3 of them and I'm already belching. Anyways, but then there became a point when I started carving pumpkins with my kids when they were small. I hated it. Listen, I love my kids.
Yeah.
But it became a chore and I hated it. I don't know why. I mean, I should still enjoy it. And oh yeah, this is fun. But no, it's just scraping out the insides. And it was a pain. How about you, Dave?
All right. So I probably haven't carved a pumpkin in 30 years. Don't have any kids. Don't even have any urge to carve a pumpkin. As a kid, I did not like the texture of the innards of the pumpkin. It was gross, right? And it was stringy and just not my thing. And I wasn't strong enough because we would use a ladle type of thing to scoop out the seeds. I wasn't strong enough to get into the meat of the pumpkin to do that. So a lot of it was kind of like I started to, and then my parents would take it away from me. You don't know how to do this. We're going to do it for you type of thing. So ever since then, it's like, heck with you. I don't do that. But I know some families, like some of my friends' families, they would actually carve the pumpkin and then they would roast the seeds.
Oh yeah. That's something we did when my kids were young. After carving them, always put the seeds on there and put them in the oven.
Yeah,
and you would crunch on that.
Salt. Yeah.
Or a little pumpkin spice, on them too. Which I think somebody was talking about pumpkin spice, like because I was eating Frosted Flakes pumpkin spice flavor, and they're like, no, maybe it was Steerpike. Yeah, I think Steerpike was really pissed about it. He was going, listen, no, nothing. It's pumpkin is pumpkin, and pumpkin pie with real pumpkin is all you need. Enough of that putting pumpkin flavor and everything. Anyways, he had a big issue about it. But anyways,
well, Steerpike is old enough to remember when there wasn't pumpkins.
Exactly. So, that's true too. Yeah. Pumpkin patch. What's that? Anyway, that's a sin not to carve a pumpkin, says Edward Stewart.
Strong word, Edward Stewart.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people ate a bunch of Flintstones vitamins too.
I know. I think we're missing out, or maybe I should stop by the store on my way home.
No, listen. When I was young, I remember eating them too. I don't think I just kept eating them though. I mean,
right.
I think my mom would have really got pissed off. What are you doing eating their vitamins? Let's see. Stephanie Press, hello. Happy early Halloween to you. Good to have you here in the chat. It's been a long time I have carved a pumpkin, but whenever I bought a little pumpkin in October, I put it on my dad's grave. Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Way to celebrate. Ryan says turnips. Yes, old school. You could do turnips or gorns. Is that what they're called, Dave? Gorns?
Gourds.
Gourds, not gorns. That's gorn is something that Captain Kirk fought on Star Trek.
Oh.
The gorn.
I thought it was like I got a gorn in my side.
That's a thorn in my side.
Okay.
You're getting just as bad as me. I'm rubbing off on you. You might start they might fire you at your school.
All these Sunday. Well, we're probably going to be on strike next week, so maybe.
No. Okay. J.O.B. Hello. Official hello to you.
Funny story. I'm reading something in my class the other day, and it said job, and I immediately stopped and said J.O.B.
No.
And everyone kind of looked at me like, what the hell is going on with you?
Well, it's hard to look at Job now after I've said it. Like, man, how long have you been around? Maybe a couple years? J.O.B. Says I had a pumpkin that survived all winter. In the spring, I cut it open. The seeds were dry and easy to grab. Threw them in the ground. Boy, did it grow. Oh, yeah. Except no pumpkins came from it. Sadness. Yeah, you need to. There's a certain. Anyways, I'm not going to get into pumpkin care. Dave can do that on his channel. He's the Paranormal Gardener.
Yes.
Make sure you follow the link below in the description for Dave's channel.
Yeah, visit me at Colorama, 2 R's in Colorama.
Yeah, James Jameson in Scotland. If you, it is blasphemy, the name of Sir Sean Connery. Into the Wicker Man you go. Okay. Okay, so what else can we do? I did want
you can check how many thumbs up we have.
Oh, thumbs up. Let me get to that.
I haven't seen Connie.
Oh, Horror Junkie just did another. Oh no, that's from the before. Wait, what's going on here? My chat's way behind. Anyways, on the regular stream, we got 74 thumbs up.
Hey, that ain't bad.
That ain't bad. We need 25 more to get to 100. We're at the top of the hour, so there you go. At the top of the hour. So the weather for tonight is going to be, anyways, news service. I could share this too. Listen, there was something I did want to share, some recipes too that looked pretty good. There's not a whole lot that I've seen, but there's some candy bar caramel corn. That's not candy corn. Do you put candy corn in there? No. Candy bacon corn pudding. Oh my God, I'm looking at other stuff. Okay, so this looked interesting. This is candy corn cupcakes with butter, white sugar, vanilla. Okay, candy corn cupcakes. That sound good, Dave? With like a nice cream kind of. That sounds pretty good, huh?
It does. It looks delicious too. It's kind of like that carrot cake type frosting.
Yeah. Yes. Candy corn fudge. I don't know. Candy corn bark. So that's like that hard glass candy, ain't it?
Yeah, I really like peppermint bark, at Christmas time. I don't think candy corn would be that great, but I love the idea of candy corn cheesecake next to it.
Yes, candy corn cheesecake. That sounds good and interesting. It would be nice to try some of these things. There is a candy corn store about an hour away from me that does all this stuff. They even got candy corn soup, candy corn stuffing. I'm just joking, Dave. They really don't.
God.
But can you imagine?
I just did.
Jamie O says I bartered my dots and crows to get to my sister. Dots and crows. Crows were what? What were the crows? What were those?
I just remember the dots, but I can imagine.
Yeah,
for me, it was Mike and Ike's.
Oh yeah, dots were horrible. Mike and Ike's were horrible. Oh, anything like that. Like even to this day, jelly beans. I can't stand jelly beans.
Interesting. I actually like jelly beans. I think those are
okay.
Yeah, but they are a tier 2 candy.
Yes, the tier 2 candy. Oh boy.
I did want to mention, and something we promote heavily on this channel, one of my favorite Halloween memories is Ghost to Ghost AM.
Yes, we should. But that was later in life, though. I mean, but it still was a. Yeah, no, I agree with you. As an adult, it became a Halloween tradition.
Yes. Yeah. As a young adult, I mean, look, these are 30 years old now. I hate to break it to you.
I know.
But it's one of those things I look forward to every single year. Yeah. Is Ghost to Ghost and wanting to be home. So
a red one. I'm trying a red one. Oh. Coffee Shop of Horrors. Peppermint is coming soon after Halloween. Can't order it yet. Coffee Shop of Horrors. I don't know if he still has if you guys still have the Late Horror Show coffee up there. I haven't checked in a while, but they did have it's. Oh boy, it's over there. Talk, Dave, a second.
All right. So while Dino goes to get some coffee from Coffee Shop of Horrors, I will tell you I've been to their website. They have amazing coffee, and they have the Late Horror Show blend which I think is a little bit pepperminty.
Yeah, it's I kept this because it still smells so great. Coffee Shop of Horrors. It's the mint mayhem chocolate mint. This, he also sent smaller packets and drank that, but there was no way I could take this one. See it right there?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Let me make myself bigger. I hid me. I need to hide Dave. There we go. Okay, so there it is. Coffee Shop of Horrors, Mint Mayhem. That is so good. Coffee with a hint of mint like that and chocolate. It's just so good. And the smell is, oh, Dave, it's so good. It's so good, man. I would recommend
get some and try it.
Yeah, they've got a lot of really cool flavors, man. We do. It's our main mint one. Very cool. Thank you, Coffee Shop of Horrors, man. So you can still get the Late Late Horror Show coffee from Coffee Shop of Horrors. So there you go. Not sponsored, by the way. I guess I got to say that on YouTube. I don't know. Anyways, let's see. John Victor. Let's see what he says here. One year, my friend and I put together a mix of backward songs and spooky sounds and played them from hidden speakers. Must have worked. No one came by to trick or treat. Well, that sucks because did it go to waste or did you really scare them off? Did you have any other questions there, Dave, for Halloween?
Yeah. Did you have TV shows that would do specials for Halloween that you liked? Because growing up, we had... as a kid, I remember watching Chips, and they had a Halloween special with Elvira, and I remember Elvira running across the street, all decked out in her Elvira best. And
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just like kind of staying home from school on Halloween day. It was kind of like, kind of a little bit of an extra treat, and catching these shows, like even growing up, in my early 20s, you would catch an episode of Roseanne. You would have an episode of like The Simpsons. Was it Treehouse or Haunted Treehouse?
Treehouse of Horrors. Yeah.
There we go. And just these over-the-top episodes that we would watch would be so amazing.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember back on. So I always remember the Christmas specials, but I don't remember any like really like Halloween specials. I don't really remember any.
Okay.
Other than like Charlie Brown, which would come on, and I'm trying to think if there was anything else that followed like Charlie Brown, because they would usually have a back-to-back of stuff, like that. They would have the made-for-TV movies, which at the moment I can't even remember, but they would have Halloween-themed made for TV movies, like the movie of the week or something like that. You remember those, right? Yeah.
A few. Mostly, like for me, it was after ABC after school specials. So we had like the Haunted Mansion mystery. I remember that. But yeah, a lot of cool, just kind of cool one-offs. I was thinking for horror movies as well, something to put you in the mood was, for me, it was Psycho. I love watching Psycho this time of year. And of course, also the Halloween series and Friday the 13th series.
Somebody said, who said it? You can only watch, somebody said Apple bought up. Oh, here we go. I heard Apple bought the Charlie Brown special and you can only see it on the Apple TV now. Well, let me tell you something.
I believe it, but
not for me. I mean, listen, I've got multiple copies and versions of Charlie Brown that I will have till the day I die. So,
if someone goes through your stuff, they're just going to be there a lifetime. They're going to go, look at this guy with all his old radio shows. And then, not to mention your Art Bell episodes, they're going to like lose track of your YouTube channels. They're,
oh gosh.
Now did Laurel and Hardy have a Halloween episode?
No, but there were a couple of horror themed shorts that they did. Oh God, you're catching me off guard. I don't know. There's the Spooks one where they went on a ship and Stan was covered in, no, not Stan. The old guy was covered in white. I'll just say there was a couple. And boy, that's blasphemy because Laurel and Hardy is just one of my greatest. But they've got so many episodes and shorts that they did throughout the years.
Yeah.
That I can't remember exactly the specific episode, but they do have a couple. Little Rascals has a couple.
I was gonna go there next.
Yeah, Little Rascals.
Also the Dead End Kids, the Bowery Boys, had a couple of really great episodes with Bela Lugosi.
Yes,
and I'm sure Ed Stewart will tell me the titles. And you just did as well.
Yeah, Spooks Run Wild, and I'm sure Edward Stewart has that one on VHS. I bet you any dough that he does.
Oh yeah.
I don't have an 8-track player. That is one thing I don't have. I do remember my mom playing one as I was a little kid. Had a little round one. She put it in there. I do remember that. But
now, Ryan 79 brings up the Three Stooges. And there are several Halloween-themed Three Stooges.
Oh, yeah.
He mentioned Spook Louder.
Yes.
Which is probably the top of the game for me.
Yeah.
There is another one that is called If a Body Meets a Body that I absolutely love.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not, and this may get me kicked off the channel, I am not a Shemp fan. But there is a great Shemp episode where they're in a haunted castle, and I think it's in Scotland.
Yes.
And I think we may have even watched it on a Sunday together on the Late Late Horror Show.
It was the one where they were sent, Mo, Larry, Shemp were sent, I don't know the name of it, but they were sent to a castle to remove all the furniture and everything. And there was a knight's armor, and it was haunted. And he's like, talking about not going, but that was a really good one. That was where he stood out as the most funny one in the episode.
Yeah.
Where the rain fell on he's like putting it up and the rain just catches in there and blah. That was a really good one. Spooks Louder it is probably the best one, I would think. But they had a few. The Three Stooges did do a few. Let's see. Jamie O says Elvira was the goth rock star. Malak Punch and Bobby had to protect my favorite of the two episodes she was on. She was on 2 Chips episodes.
Oh my goodness.
I did J.O.B. I did the wrong one. Not a big Shemp fan either, J.O.B. But as time has gone by, I'm grown to accept. Oh, okay, there you go. You know what? I love Shemp a lot. He's in Charlie Chan films too a lot, and he's in Abbott and Costello. He Who Done It? That one, that movie, Abbott and Costello. Who Done It? It's the one where they're in the doing the old time radio and stuff. Yeah. Shemp is down behind the bar making milkshakes. He's the soda jerk. And he was also in Abbott and Costello in the Navy. He was in that. Shemp did a lot of stuff before he ended up going in and doing the Three Stooges. But he was also in a Sidney Toler, Charlie Chan, and I love that. Man, it's nutty when things like that just comfort you and make you feel so good. They're not the best, but something about them, man. Charlie Chan. Anyways, maybe I'll watch that. I'm getting in the mood for Charlie Chan. Anyway.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. Wolfman Jack. Love him, Willie. Okay. Other Bowery Boys horror. Spookbusters.
Oh, there was the title. Hold on.
Okay.
Connie Clary, Scotched in Scotland.
Oh, thank you, Connie. Scotched in Scotland. That is it. Because, he starts talking in different derelicts and voices, and the Scottish one too. Yeah. Edward Stewart says, other Bowery Boys horror, Spookbusters, Ghost Chasers, Bowery meets the Monsters. I don't think I've seen Bowery meets the Monsters. I seen the other two.
Yeah, I haven't either. It may have been when the Bowery Boys got to be senior citizens. Because they just kept producing movies.
Well, that's the thing. When I first became a fan of the Bowery Boys, it was the early stuff.
Yeah.
Then I found out that they just kept going, and I had no idea. And they've done, I think, isn't there over 40 something movies? I think there is.
I would say there's even like 60.
Could there be? Oh my, are you kidding me? No way. Okay.
There was only a database we could find online.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is. How many Bowery Boy movies are there? But yeah, no, that's interesting. As I go to another question here, as you look that up, what's your go-to Halloween song or music? I don't think I have Halloween music that I go to. Let's see. Do you believe it? No, I'm not going to do that. If you could, well, I would do that. Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to mention also Halloween music we need to touch on.
Halloween music. Okay. Okay. Dick Van Dyke had Halloween specials. Did he really? See? JLR. Hello, JLR. Big hugs to you. What's going on?
So did Paul Lynn.
Paul Lynn did too, huh? Paul Lynn. We're going to have a Halloween special tonight. That's a good one. Wait, I'm looking for something. Wait. Stick to the path and beware the moon, lads. Okay. Jamie Jameson. Anybody remember the Buck Rogers episode with the space vampire? Oh, I do not. J.O.B. Artemis, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's see. Blue Moon. If you could plan a Halloween vacation getaway, where would you go, and what spooky activities would you include? Oh my God, that's a tough question. Which do you? No, I can't do that one. Did you find it, Dave?
I'm still going through. They produced Bowery Boy movies. The first one began in 1940. The Bowery Boys Meets the Monsters is 1954. There's Spy Chasers. There's Crashing Las Vegas in 1956. So, I mean, there is a lot of Bowery Boy movies. Hunts Hall, but Leo Gorcey starred in 92 films, and it looks like the majority he played Muggs McGinnis for,
wow.
It's just amazing.
I think one of the last ones was in like the 60s, I think. I could be wrong.
I just clicked it off, but that sounds about right.
Yeah, Edward Stewart would know.
Yeah.
Bark at the Moon, Wolfman. And
I'm sorry, you had a question on Halloween vacations?
Well, I mean, I was just reading off questions. A lot of these aren't even that interesting. Like pumpkin spice, love it, hate it, or indifferent.
We start losing our...
Yeah. If you could be any classic Halloween monster for a day, which would you choose? That's a good question.
It is.
Yeah.
I would be Dracula, hands down.
Wait, with the actual powers? Because I would be the Invisible Man.
That's pretty cool. That would be a close second.
Yeah.
In fact, you were the Invisible Man along with Ted.
I was.
That was the best opening for any video you've ever done.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I took some time on that. We disappear as we do the introduction to our commentary to the Invisible Man. But anyways, yes, Muggs. Happy pre-Halloween, everyone. Pink Panther. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The music from The Omen still freaks me out 40 years later. That's a good one.
Did you have Dr. Demento growing up? Do you know who that is?
I know who he is, but I didn't have him. The only horror hosts that I remember as growing up were the main one, the Ghoul and Ghoulardi. I don't know if anybody knows. Some of them will know who that is. I know Connie knows because she's in the Northeast Ohio area. Just a hop, skip, and a county over, Connie. But yeah, that's it. Then we had like Superhost, who played all the Lauren Hardys, the Little Rascals, and he was dressed up as Superman. He was Superhost. He was always a Superman, and he did skits. It was funny. But horror hosts, it was just that. And it's funny, the Ghoul, we would pick up in Akron, and it was the antenna TV, and that's when we would put the aluminum foil on there to give it. I go, this will get better connection. It's metal. It's conductive, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But man, the static. Talk about lowest quality picture, Dave. Oh, but it was fun.
Dr. Demento was a radio host for us every Sunday night on KMET 94.7. And as we got into Halloween, he would have Halloween episodes. It went on for 3 hours a night, and he would just play Halloween music. And it was so amazing. But of course, always the number one was Bobby Boris Pickett's Monster Mash. I hate that song.
Oh, you hate Monster Mash?
I just heard it so much.
Why? Just because you heard it so much?
Overdosed. Yeah. Okay. Overdosed.
I can hear. I hear you. Ernie Anderson and Ron Swede. Yes. We also had Late Night. Oh, God. This is the one that growing up I really loved. Big Chuck and Little John. It started out as Big Chuck and Houlihan. Then it was Big Chuck and Little John. Houlihan, Ernie Anderson, Edward Stewart knows who I'm talking about. But they did a late night up until not that long ago. They were still going, but there was nothing like that. 80s midnight came around, 11:30 midnight, and they would start doing their skits and they showed a lot of horror movies, and it was, oh, Dave, talk about memories, man. Especially growing up as a kid, late night like that. It was fantastic. And they always played horror movies for the most part.
Cool.
Yeah. And you did talk about Tubular Bells still creeps me out. I think The Exorcist, Tubular Bells, probably one of the scariest, oh God, sounds of horror. I mean, Halloween horror, whatever. I mean, it just scared. I got a story attached to it that helps, but I also read the book, and it's also, Dave, one of the scariest books that I ever read.
All right.
The Exorcist is the scariest book I've ever read. It's one of the scariest movies that most people see.
Did you find it different from the movie?
There was, oh yeah. I mean, when you're reading something and you're putting everything together in your head and stuff like that, even though I've seen the movie prior, and there were different things. Like one thing that stood out in the book, the novel, The Exorcist, than the movie is when they were going through the tape, it was actual EVP. They were picking up voices of the demons, or the demon, or whatever. And they were describing it in the book as I was reading along. And it stands out so much to me because that passage in that book creeped me out so much. I'll never forget that. That's one thing that stands out with that book. But yeah, probably the scariest. And I think music-wise too. Speaking of Tom Knight music, what's going on?
Saw him join us.
Yeah.
And Connie said she had also listened to Dr. Demento, and I think Ed Stathis did as well. Fun fact, I've actually been in the Dr. Demento radio studio, which is in Culver City, near me. And there was a time in my life where I was doing voiceover work and wanting to break into radio, and it was one of the places where I got to go. Yeah.
I didn't even know that about you, Dave.
Yeah,
wow.
Just another fun fact.
That's why he's a natural. Yeah, look at him. This is I'd say this is kind of a dumb question because J.O.B. What do you guys think of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, 1931? Terrific film. Listen, I think
we're the late horror show.
Well, and I did a whole review on it, kind of a retrospective, whatever, talking about that version of the film, and it is just so well done. It's one of my favorite horror films. I mean, I don't know where on the list I'd put it, but it's up there. It's highly regarded. It's actually one of the films that I'm going to watch closer to Halloween. It's just fantastic. But anyways, yes.
I would agree.
Yeah.
And Ryan79 mentions the Twilight Zone. Did you have a scary Twilight Zone that scared you more than the others? Because I do.
Okay. Oh boy, that scared me. This is going to sound weird, but I can't think of anything that scared me. I love every single Twilight Zone episode. There are some a little bit better than others, but I think every one of them are fantastic. I don't think there's a dud.
There is one that I've only seen one time.
Okay.
And it started off where this guy was leaving this big old house, and he told his servant lady, housekeeper, to make sure that this door stays closed and do not remove this little like wooden bar staff thing that is keeping the door closed. And he left, and from the door, from this closet, she hears this old man just like, let me out, please. Why did he do this to me? And just begging to be released. And it ended up being the devil.
Oh, yes.
And so she removes that little bar. And as he's walking down this hallway behind all these pillars, each pillar, and he emerges as more of the devil incarnate, where he goes from an old man to this, almost attractive looking, but purely devilish person. And then that housekeeper who let the devil go spends the rest of her life trying to track him down. And at the end, she's got him in the closet, staff is back, and she's telling her servant, hey, don't remove this. And the thing repeats. So.
Wow. Okay. I do remember that. It didn't scare me, but where did I see this? Who asked me about Vi? Dino, have you watched that movie Vi yet? Ryan 79. I didn't watch it yet, and I put it in big words here with a star, Ryan, because I'm going to watch it. Speaking of that, though, Dave, you made me remember another episode of Twilight Zone that. Do you remember the other one involving hell and the devil, where it was the elevator? And there was elevator music that kept playing over and over and over. It was the same tune. And the dude kept saying, I think that was part of his hell.
Huh.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I was thinking of that weird devilish creature in the glass box, like a tarot card reader person.
Yeah. That's another good one. They're all good ones. Again, none. And it's funny. Twilight Zone is usually played as a marathon during Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Which is quite odd, but I've got them all anyways. So I've got them all on CD. I've got them all on DVD. DVD, my R. Remember? Oh my God. Anyways.
Do you like Night Gallery?
Yes, it's a little bit different. It's almost like, let me put it this way. It's like Universal horror films and Hammer horror for me. Universal horror is Twilight Zone.
Okay.
Night Gallery is like Hammer. Hammer, I love a lot of them, but it's like a 50-50 thing. Night Gallery's the same way. Listen, I love Night Gallery, but there's some of them that are just not my thing. I'm just, if you understand what I'm saying, it's just a different feel. And so, yes, but I do, there's some really great Night Gallery episodes, man.
I was looking up Rod Serling the other day, and I was surprised that he died so young. I mean, obviously, a smoker, but I think we are older than he was at his death. I think he died at like 51 or something like that. Maybe even 49. I don't even think he made it to 50 now that I think about it.
No, he did die very young. I don't know the exact age, but I mean, it was pretty sad. I mean, the dude was very creative, and can you imagine what Billy? Wait, what are you laughing at now?
At CM, I think she just watched the entire Charlie Brown thing to say that he had a paper bag.
No. Did you watch Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown CM? I was right then. He had a paper bag. Because I thought I remember them putting it over his head, or I don't know. Anyways, If you did watch it, why we were that's pretty funny. Anyways, the opening thing to Night Gallery used to scare me so much. Late night, like Night Gallery, love Night Gallery. Okay, so yeah, the opening segment is awesome. Were there any other shows? I mean, of course there was Dark Shadows. That was a little bit different, though. I don't think anything on par with Twilight Zone and Night Gallery, or was there? I'm trying to think back. Throw it out in the chat if you think. Oh my God, we're coming to the. Boris Karloff was in 174 movies. Yeah, sounds about right.
I believe it. And I loved him as Mr. Wong.
Yes, he played Mr. Wong. Which is, I could talk about that too. Which one did better in their roles? Like, well, first of all, we're at 92 thumbs up. Can we get 8 more to 100 before we end in 5 minutes? Only 8 more thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, let's hit 100 for this stream. That would be awesome. 8 more. But please, 8 more. It's an OCD thing. No, not really. Okay, I just really want 100 thumbs up.
Sam just called us Weisenheimers.
Yeah, we're Weisenheimers. You're just a bunch of Weisenheimers.
I had no idea she was German.
Oh, jeez. It's funny you mentioned that with Mr. Wong. Boris Karloff played Mr. Wong. He did a great job as Mr. Wong.
Yep.
Peter Lorre did Mr. Moto.
Yes.
Sidney Toler, Warner Olin did Charlie Chan. Is that? I think that's pretty much the grouping there.
Right. I'd agree.
I think the worst of all of them is the Boris Karloff, Mr. Wong. I think, oh boy, okay, well, let me hear your mine is, okay, Sidney Toler, just for the love of what I love.
Number one.
Everything.
Number one.
Warner Olin, the Charlie Chan series. But then Peter Lorre as Mr. Moto, Dave. I mean, fantastic job in the way the movies were produced and everything. Mr. Wong had a different feel to the movies. They were a little bit earlier, but I don't know. They're still great. But now you go ahead.
All right. Sidney Toler, number one, hands down.
Okay.
And especially with Mantan Moorland.
Yes.
Then I go to Mr. Wong. Immediately.
Really?
Yeah, because I love Mr. Wong. And a lot of those stories you'll watch and you're all, hey, I saw Charlie Chan with the same storyline.
Yeah.
Then I go to Warner Oland.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go to Peter Lorre.
Really?
Yeah. Peter Lorre freaks me out. Nothing against, it just, anytime he's just a little too creepy.
Take care, CM. Much love to you. We're going to be ending real soon here, but let me see. Did we hit 100? No, we're 6 away. Thumbs up, everybody. Peter Lorre. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I get it. You either love him or you think you're freaked out by him a little bit, but I love it.
Even in My Favorite Brunette with Bob Hope, and I think Bing Crosby is in that too. He just plays that sinister person so well.
Yeah.
I think if I ran into him on a street, I'd have to go the other way.
Well, the other thing is I like there you go. That's another one. I liked Amazing Stories in the 80s, 2 great Halloween episodes. There was Tales from the Dark Side. I think that Tales from the Dark Side was the 80s, right? There was also there were a couple other kids one. Goosebumps. Well, that was the books though. Was there a series?
There was.
Rod Serling died on the operating table, heart surgery. He was up to 3 packs a day. Yep, exactly. Love Peter Lorre. Yeah, there was something about. I love the early Peter Lorre, 30s, 40s. I like him in Trilogy of Terror with Vincent Price and Basil Rathbone. But when you start getting into the 60s, he takes on this kind of other persona, and he did have a problem with alcohol.
Yeah,
and he did become kind of a bitter person, a bitter man, if you will. Take, the movies are one thing, but they showed in the movies that he made during that period. And even 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, you start seeing that. He was very whimsical in that, but you start seeing that side of him, that human side that kind of flowed over into the characters that he played in his movies. And but man, there is nothing like Peter Lorre in the 30s and 40s, man.
And I had heard that he had such high blood pressure.
Yeah.
That they actually did the leeches on his.
Yeah. I mean, and that was health reasons. I mean, if you're, first of all, his health was declining. He's drinking way too much, and bitter, stress, all of that. He became a different person, and it was sad for me to see as an adult looking back on Peter Lorre, because he is just one fabulous 1930s, 40s actor. I just love him. I just put a short up, the quick 60-second snippet of his life, if you could even do that. And I think him just a little bit when you hear that. And Peter Lorre's great, man. But yeah, I wish
the internet had been around so much earlier, when a lot of these people were still alive and we could have reached out to them. And
yes, I know. Listen, one more thumbs up will get us to 100, and then we can end the show. We are at 99 thumbs up. One more, and I will say goodbye to you all.
Let's get with it, people.
That's all I want is one more thumbs up, and we have 100. And
I've already given a thumbs up, so I can't do it again.
Did you all give a thumbs up? We need one more. Please, come on, man, before we end it. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining, talking about Halloween. It was really fun talking Halloween with Dave, and you guys all chiming in, talking about your 100 thumbs up. See you guys later. No, 100 thumbs up, Dave.
That is awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you guys. Halloween special. Well, this isn't the Halloween special. Next Saturday will be, but it was fantastic. Tom O, I'm nice number 99. You doing all right, Tom O? I hope you are. I haven't seen you in a while, but miss you in the chat. Hold on. Making the wife log in, says coffee shop, of course. We're at 106 now, so we're good. We're good. Thank you all. Much love to you guys, man. I think we covered just about everything for Halloween that we really wanted to.
Until next year.
Next year, I will be ready with more flavors of candy corn. I am not going to wait till the last minute. I blew it. I blew it is what I did. But yeah, Dave, let's end this, man. I need something to eat.
Sounds good. I'm going to get
last word.
No.
Dave is the paranormal gardener. Everybody, there you go.
Come back, Ginger.
Come back, Ginger. Please go watch Arsenic